Hello all, welcome back to Answer Writing Initiative at 9 p.m. I'm Guna Madhivanan from Offices IAS Academy. Friends, if you are watching this video series, Answer Writing Initiative for the first time, please watch my first video in the playlist so that you will get an idea on how to participate in this program. It is open to all, everybody can participate. Right, what was the question which I gave yesterday? The last day. Aditya L1 tends to be India's first solar mission. What is Lagrange 1 point and why was it chosen for the mission? What are the key goals of the mission? What significance does it hold? UPSC, in the recent mains, they were asking about Chandrayaan. Before that, there was a question on James Webb Telescope. Right? On the same lines, we have constructed this question as well. Okay? So UPSC is more interested in testing your knowledge in space in both prelims as well as mains. So pay more attention to these areas. So how to approach this question? Very simple, straightforward question. So just explain what is this Aditya L1 mission. So it's a mission to study the sun's interior as well as the puzzles surrounding the sun. What is this Lagrange point? So we have to link the introduction with Lagrange point. So explain Aditya L1 is the space mission to study the sun, to study the mysteries surrounding the sun, to study the interiors and the atmosphere of sun. Right? And this mission was placing the spacecraft in the Lagrange point 1. Right? So this mission has placed that spacecraft in Lagrange point 1. So what is this Lagrange point? What is this Lagrange point? That we have to explain. So Lagrange point is a location in space where the gravitational pull of two bodies will be nullified. It's a location in space where the gravitational pull of two objects in space will be nullified. For example, let's take Sun as well as Earth. Earth has a gravitational pull, Sun has a gravitational pull, but there are certain points in space at that location, the gravitational pull of Sun as well as Earth will be cancelled. I have made two videos on Aditya mission. Right, one is the basics of sun, another one is the Aditya mission, where I have explained in detail about all the questions asked here. So don't expect me to explain this topic once again here. Please watch that video, which is available in the request playlist. Okay, so Lagrange point you explain. It's a location in space where the gravitational attraction of two masses, two bodies will be cancelled. So whatever object you put in that location, that is going to stay there. That is going to stay there in that location. Right? It will neither be attracted by the forces of attraction of either of the bodies. Right? So between Earth and Sun, we have 5 such points. Between Earth as well as Sun, we have 5 such points. So if this Earth, here we have Sun. So here we have L1. Right? Here we have L2. Here we have L3. So here we have L4. Here we have L5. So you will have 5 points. We have 5 points. So we have placed this Aditya L1 mission in this L1 point. So why we chose L1 point? That we have to explain because that's what is asked. Explain what is Lagrange point and tell why was it chosen. So you explain L1 was chosen. See, the satellites which we place around the Earth will be at low Earth orbit or middle Earth orbit or geosynchronous orbit. So maximum within 37,000 kilometers of altitude, we keep all the satellites, right? But we have placed this Aditya L1 mission spacecraft in Lagrange point 1. Why we have chosen Lagrange point 1? This L1 is roughly 1.5 million, that's 15 lakh kilometers from Earth, away from Earth. 15 lakh kilometers away from Earth. And you should know the distance between Earth and the Sun. The distance between Earth and Sun, that will be around 150 million kilometers, 15 crore million kilometers, 150 million kilometers. But between Earth and that L1, the distance is around 1.5 million. So all the satellites we are placing within 37,000 kilometers of distance. But this solar mission alone we have kept at L1, which is 1.5 million kilometers away. So why we have chosen L1? Because within the Earth atmosphere, if you are going to place the satellites, then the atmosphere, the Earth's atmosphere, which will protect the Earth from the harmful radiations coming from the sun. The sun releases a lot of harmful radiations, for example, UV radiations. The Earth's atmosphere will prevent those harmful radiations entering into the Earth. Right? So we have, if we want to study sun, we have to keep our mission outside the Earth's atmosphere. That is why we have chosen L1. So first point we can say, why we have chosen L1? Because if we keep within the Earth atmosphere, we cannot study the entire radiations coming from the sun because of the nature of atmosphere, Earth's atmosphere. So we have chosen L1. Right? What are the other reasons why L1 is significant? Why L1 Lagrange point is significant? We have L5, L4, L2, L3. We have 4 more Lagrange points. Why we chose L1? The mission is to study the sun. So L1 gives maximum visibility. This L1 location gives maximum visibility to the sun. So that is why we have chosen L1. That point we can mention. First point is, within the Earth's atmosphere, we cannot study the radiation. So we have to keep it outside the Earth's atmosphere. We have chosen L1. Between 5 Lagrange points, why we chose L1? Because from the L1 we get maximum visibility to the sun. And why, another reason why we have chosen Lagrange points, because it is these Lagrange points, L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, it is these Lagrange points where you keep an object, it is going to stay there. It will not be influenced by the gravitational pull of sun or earth. It is going to stay there. So we will save fuel. If you keep it at some other place, then to keep that device in that particular location, we need to have thrusters, we need to spend some fuel on that engine, to run that engine. But if we are going to place in a location like Lagrange point L1, right, then we can save fuel. So 3 important points we can say why we have chosen Lagrange point. Number 1, to understand the sun by recording all the radiations. Number 2, right, at this position we can save fuel. Number 3, this L1 gives you the maximum visibility. So these points are essential to explain. So explain what is Lagrange point and explain why was it chosen for this mission. Then what are the key goals of the mission? What are the key goals, the key objectives of the mission? See, sun has puzzles, 3 important points which you have to highlight. What are the 3 important puzzles of sun? The sun's interior has 1.5 crore degrees Celsius of temperature. When you come out of the sun's interior, when you come to the photosphere, that is the outer layer of the sun. Sun at the center, the temperature is so high, 15 crore degrees, 1.5 crore degrees Celsius. Okay, so when you are going to come out in the outer layer of the sun, the temperature becomes 6000 degrees Celsius. Right? When you come to the outermost layer of the sun, the temperature increases back to 10 lakh degrees Celsius. The temperature was 1.5 degrees Celsius, it became 6000, then it became 10 lakh degrees Celsius. Why there is such temperature inversions? We have to understand. And from the sun's atmosphere, we see lot of solar flares. Right? The charged particles are released at a greater extent. The solar flares, the charged particles are released. 1 million tons of charged particles will be released in 1 second. So there is so much of release of charged particles. Why it is happening? Coronal mass ejections. You will see a significant release of plasma from the sun. That significant release of plasma will be equivalent to explosion of millions of hydrogen bombs. Right? That much violent release of plasmas we are able to see from the sun's structure. Temperature is getting inverted. Huge amount of charged particles are released. Plasma is released. Right? What is the reason? We need to understand the puzzles. Apart from that, we have to study the structure of the sun. This is the main objective of the key goals of the mission. right? Then what significance does it hold? By understanding sun, sun is the most closest star. By understanding sun, we can understand the working of other stars, right? By understanding the sun, we can protect our space assets because see, sun releases huge amount of radiations. If we are able to understand the behavior of the sun, we can protect our space assets in the atmosphere. Our astronauts will be protected. Our space missions will be protected. Understanding sun will also help us to better protect us from various disasters. Right? So understanding the sun will help us to understand the history of universe itself. Right? So it holds a lot of significance. Right? The discoveries are limitless. Right? It is going to be of great help for the mankind. These are the points which you can highlight in significance, and finally you can give a brief conclusion. Right? By appreciating the ISRO's work, or you can suggest that our efforts is commendable. Government has to further increase the investment, private participation for further space explorations. Like that, you can come up with any basic, simple conclusion. With this question will be addressed 15 marks. Start with what is this Aditya L1 mission, then what is that L1, then why we have chosen L1, then what are the key goals of the mission, what is significance. Most of you have written very good answers. Today I am not having any comments. I will just highlight the best answers. Okay. So best Esther Tamilarsi, yes, your answer was very neat, to the point. Presentation is good, right? Presentation is good, diagram is good, but remember, it is not 1.5 kilometers. Don't make such mistakes. It is not 1.5 kilometers. L1 is not at 1.5 kilometers. Please make a note. Okay. So it is at 1.5 million kilometers, 15 lakh kilometers. Right. So reasons to choose L1, your presentation is neat, key goals of the mission, right? Significance of the mission. Nothing to comment. All your points are good. Conclusion is fine. Even Soil Drought. Sorry if I have pronounced your name wrongly. Your points are also good. Alright? Instead of keeping dots, we can just start with point number 1, point number 2, no problem. Or it will be in paragraph style, in the introduction part alone. Rest all your points. I have read all your points. Nothing to comment. Others maybe can pause the video and also you can just see how the students have written. Right, significance, everything is fine. Even Rosie, your answer is also neat. Others also have written so many usual Kritika, Kavya, right? The usual students have also written very good answers. Just to give chance to others. And Rosie's answer is neat. Right, so Lagrange point. Right, maybe if possible, we can also highlight about the other Lagrange points L2, L3, L4, L5. Right, so why it is chosen, key goals, right, significance, everything is good. Alright, nothing to comment much in your answers. The answers neat. I think you have all gone through the pulse material sincerely. Good. So question for today. Renewable energy is at the heart of the solution to the climate challenge. In this context, India's commitment to attain 450 gigawatts of renewable energy by 2030 is a commendable initiative but comes up with significant challenges. Discuss 15 mark. Right? So all the best for this question. So I will see you tomorrow with a detailed discussion on renewable energy topic. I hope this video series is adding value to your preparation. I'll meet you tomorrow. Till then, bye. Take care.